Hey everybody, my name's Taikoru and happy 2024. I hope you all have a very blessed and safe year and get it started off on the right foot. I just want to say thank you all so much for all the views, all the feedback, comments, and subscriptions from last year. I started my channel off new in 2023, and with all the support, I definitely want to keep it going in 2024 and have a ton of things planned for you. If that sounds good, click that subscribe button, and if I'm deserving, share this video and this channel with your friends and click that bell icon to know when these videos go live. Today, we've got a crazy one, bringing you Void Devour on your Strand subclass, as if Strand needed to get any better. How are we doing that? With this baby right here, Buried Bloodline. This is a Void special sidearm dropping from the newest dungeon added in Destiny 2, Warlord's Ruin. It's a crazy dungeon with kind of like Assassin's Creed or Iron Lord themes, and it's an amazing dungeon. I highly recommend doing it and highly recommend this weapon for a ton of reasons. Jumping in, we've got the intrinsic trait, Hungering Quarrel. Double fires tracking bolts. Landing bolts leeches health from the target. That's going to give you a little bit of pseudo lifesteal when you hit both shots. And as you can see, this weapon is kind of like a sidearm or crossbow hybrid. It's really easy to shoot with when you see it in the gameplay, super smooth. And when you hit both bolts, it'll give you lifesteal. Combine that with violent reanimation. That's the trait. Multiple final blows with this weapon grant Devour to the wielder. That'll be 4 final blows or 1 final blow on a yellow bar. Will give you Void Devour on any subclass. That'll be a chunk of grenade energy and a chunk of health on any final blow, letting you refresh that timer. It's a crazy buff, and getting it on Strand brings Strand to the next level, as if it even needed it. And we've got the Buried Bloodline Catalyst. While Devour is active, this weapon weakens on hit. So, as you can see, it's doing it all. A little bit of lifesteal, proccing an amazing Void subclass perk, and weakening targets with a 15% Void debuff. It's not the 30%, but a 15% debuff from any weapon is amazing. Let's jump into the subclass and see how we're going to use it. First is our grapple. This is the regular Strand grapple, but combining it with our exotic will enhance it. We're going to throw on Mindspun Invocation as well. Your grapple melee spawns 3 threadling eggs when you hit a target. And the Wanderer. Tangles you throw attach to targets and detonate into a suspending burst. Destroying a tangle creates a suspending burst after a short delay. And threadling final blows create a tangle. So as you can see, we'll be using our grapple, Mindspun Invocation to spawn those threadlings, and the Wanderer to either throw a tangle, shoot it for more threadlings, decide whatever we want to do with it. And with our fragments, Thread of Continuity, Thread of Generation, Thread of Wisdom, and Evolution, it'll enhance the build in subclass. Our threadlings will travel further. This will proc an Orb's power when we defeat a suspended target. This will grant us even more grenade energy when we deal damage, and this is the crux of the build here, is grenade energy. And our suspend will have a longer duration. Let's jump into Swarmers and see why this is so huge. The armor perk is Swarmers. Destroying a tangle spawns a threadling. Your threadlings unravel targets that they damage. This just increases the number of threadlings out on the field and increasing that ad clear and AoE damage. It's unbelievable. Swarmers and that threadling grapple go hand in hand, and you'll be resetting that cooldown, grappling, unraveling, and clearing so many ads. Resetting the cooldown on Devour, which gives you even more health and even more grenade energy, resetting the entire cooldown. Here's the mods really quickly, I'll flash through them. Double Harmonic Siphon, Special Ammo Finder. On our gloves, double Grenade Kickstart to get even more grenade energy back when we've gotten an Orb of Power. And through our subclass, we're proccing those Orbs of Power. Next is a Charged Up and a Void Reserves on our chest. On our exotic Swarmers here, a single Strand Weapon Surge and double Innervation. As you can see, even more grenade energy. Finally on the bond, double bomber, as well as a time dilation. Everything in this build is based around that grapple grenade, feeding straight into our Strand subclass perks, and already with Devour procced, it'll give us even more Devour, even more grenade energy, even more health. It's unbelievable. You get the chain started here, and then have fun. Throw on some demo weapons, or whatever you need to fit the activity, and it's unbelievable. Look on the left to see Devour active, and then just look at that grapple grenade over and over and over. This gameplay is unbelievable. Check it out, guys. Very quickly, before we go into the gameplay, I think we need to touch on the artifact perks. These aren't going anywhere for around the next 6 months, so I think they're fair to incorporate in some of the builds. The only two you're going to need are Unraveling Orbs, which states picking up an Orb of Power grants Strand weapons unraveling rounds. That's another reason we chose that fragment, which will grant us an Orb of Power, and Horde's Shuttle. Damaging unraveled targets with a weapon occasionally spawns a threadling. These two will work off each other just to increase that ad clear and threadling and suspend and unravel damage even more. Very quickly, those are the last two things we need to incorporate this build, and let's jump into the gameplay.
joining and setting that perimeter tower to friendly. You're welcome.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The potential with this build is unbelievable. Devour on Buried Bloodline is an unbelievable Void subclass perk, and having it on Strand, letting Swarmers go crazy with that grapple grenade is so much fun. If that sounds good to you, jump into Warlord's Ruin, the dungeon newly added in Destiny 2, and keep your eyes out for Buried Bloodline. It's a must-have. Thank you all so much for checking out my first video of 2024. Like I said in the intro, thank you all so much for all the support last year, and I want to grow so much more in 2024. If there's anything you think I should be doing differently or could add to this content, let me know down below. I'm open to suggestions. And any other games or Destiny 2 content you'd like to see me cover. I'm open, guys. Thank you all so much for checking out this video. Share this content in the channel with your friends. And like always, have a great rest of your day. I'll see you around.